Welcome to Just Us Men. We have a great show for you guys. We're going to talk about Pedro's spot-on picks from the wild card, divisional, conference championship, and see if he's going to be right for Super Bowl 58. We're going to talk about this weekend's amazing games and our picks for the Super Bowl as well. We're also going to talk about my highs and lows of being a service-connected veteran and how I go through life every single day to fight hard and battle hard to be a better man, physically and mentally. We're also, with Valentine's Day around the corner, what are we going to be doing for Valentine's Day, and ideas that you guys might have for us and ideas we have for you guys to celebrate this occasion with our family and our wives and spouses. We're also going to take a few viewer questions from our dedicated viewers. Let's go.
Always go hard with this school. Welcome to the show, let's make moves. Nothing's gonna stop us, it's time to get rough. Turn the whole room up, it's never enough. Let's go, 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 let's go.
Pedro. Man, if I had money to bet on these games from the beginning, taking your advice, I'd be just living large in Vegas right now, brother. I had to go back and watch the episodes and go, crap, this mother been right every single game.
A lot of luck.
So, I mean, this weekend was a crazy game. I mean, with the lines coming out strong for the first half, I was writing down your bet. And I was like, oh, Niners going to lose. And come halftime, I don't know.
The moment I saw CJ Gardner-Johnson waving to the fans in the second quarter, I said, he just wrote their check to head home.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I seriously thought the way they were playing, I was like, all right, Lions got it.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe that coach did an amazing motivational speech in the locker room, but the 49ers came out on fire in the second half. They came out on fire. I mean, they had so many unanswered points. I had to go take care of the baby, put her for a nap. I come back and watch the game, and I'm like, what the heck just happened?
Yeah.
How in the world did they get all these unanswered points? It was an amazing game.
What did you think about Dan Campbell's call? Not going for 3.
So just by normal looking at it, all the coaches, you go, that was just dumb. You should have just went. But then looking back, that's how he played every week. So if you're going to win, that's how you got there.
Win by the sword, die by the sword.
There it is. Right there.
It cost them.
So, I mean, you've been picking the Niners and Chiefs, the wild card, divisional, conference championship. And now those are the two teams going to the Super Bowl.
So,
like, what? I mean, I don't know if you got some magic going, if you got some, I mean, that's some extremely amazing luck right there. And I don't know why you're not cashing this in Vegas. I'm telling you.
I'm cashing in on my bookie.
I mean, the big thing like that, you go, okay, I'm just going to go right on the Chiefs. They've been there how many times in the last?
Exactly.
So, I mean, you can't really go wrong with it. You would have been right almost every
yeah.
What did you say, hater?
But dude, I mean, you were like, I mean, the Ravens were good against the Texans, but their D was just horrible.
But what I said last week, CJ Stroud had a great rookie season, but Patty is not CJ Stroud.
Oh, for sure.
And Patty showed that.
Yeah.
And Travis Kelce, Travis Kelce, he's been a little MIA, but
he showed up.
He wasn't MIA Sunday.
He showed up straight up.
He's like, look, I'm going to play the last couple games. We're going to win it and go home. I don't know. Let's see what happens against 49ers. 49ers, they gave up.
Let me tell you what's going to happen.
Okay, go ahead.
Right,
obviously, you know.
Chief,
you read the script.
Whatever he says, legally, whatever bet he says.
This is a bet that I'm going to make on my
own. So don't follow his bet, even though he's been right since before the wild card.
Hey, this sounds like a compliment. If we're making legal disclaimers, it means I've been on a hot streak right now.
Yeah, it's working.
But no, Chiefs by 10 points.
10 points?
10 points.
Okay.
The 49ers, they're a great team. They are so stacked of a team. We've said this. I mean, they're so stacked. But this playoff run they've gotten there. But against the Packers, that game shouldn't have been a close game like that.
Not
it was.
Not at all.
Against the Lions, no disrespect to the Lions, great team. But the 49ers should have dominated.
Should have.
And they were getting dominated half the game.
Right.
Now, come a couple Sundays from now, once again, the kid from Tyler, Texas, he's no rookie.
No.
He knows what he's doing. He's
Nope.
been here 4 times in 5 years. If the 49ers come out the same way, just trying to get by and, piecing together all their weapons they have just to get a win, they're going to get a loss.
Do you think he's the next Tom Brady?
Who?
Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes. And, it's one of those debates you'll never have people agree with you.
Right.
But when his career is over, in every statistical category, he will be better than Tom Brady.
Okay.
Well,
okay.
what is Patrick
Okay.
Mahomes right now? 27? 28?
About that, yeah.
I mean, and he's got how many rings? 3?
2? What was he, 2? I think he has 2. I think he's been
I don't
3,
know.
but he's only had 2.
He's been
Because
for
Tom
the
Brady
last
beat him.
5.
Tom Brady
Yeah,
beat him with Bucks.
I'm not sure, to be honest.
Yeah.
When it's all said and done, by every statistical category, he will be better than Tom Brady.
Okay.
But
Okay.
that'll be a barbershop conversation that you'll never win.
Yeah.
Right.
So the thing about it, they're 2 different quarterbacks. I mean, Tom Brady will never be Mahomes.
No.
I mean, the way he plays, he's never played like that.
Right. Right.
Mahomes is extremely talented. He's not just a pocket passer. That dude he's fun to watch.
Yeah.
No look passes or
Those
freaking.
nice sidearms.
I mean, this dude just. I mean,
He
can do
gets to a
everything.
point in his game where he's rolling so much. I really feel, and it's crazy, he is toying with professional athletes.
Yeah,
he
for
is.
sure.
He is. He really
And
is.
the gap that shouldn't be there in talent,
Yeah.
because they're all professionals at that point.
Yep.
He shouldn't be making the gap that he does, but he shows how he gets down.
Yep. Exactly.
If he had better receivers, and then you can argue the same thing if you're going to go with Tom Brady. Do you have better?
You
Tom
had-
Brady always had a number
amazing wide
one.
receivers.
A one.
Gronk, he had.
Who's
A
his
one.
number one?
Yeah.
But yeah. But that.
And if we're saying tight end, Tom Brady did too.
Well,
Yeah.
Tom Brady had. Well, they ran the 2 tight ends forever.
Yeah.
And then but towards the end, he only had like 1.
Yeah.
I mean, and then other than that, every single one of those wide receivers you got rid of and replaced them with just about everybody.
Right.
Same with Mahomes this year. I mean, other than the tight end, well, and then finally you got Ray Rice. He did have Tyreek, and when they had
Ray
Tyreek,
Rice is not in the
not Ray-
NFL.
Oh, God.
Jesus Christ. This is 2 weeks in a row now.
dude.
Ray,
Oh my gosh, Ray.
this man hasn't been talked about this much in a while.
All right.
So tell me more about Ray Rice.
He's a good receiver. He plays for the Chiefs. What is the dude's first name?
Rashid, I think.
Rashid Rice.
Rashida,
There
yeah,
you go.
That's it. There you go.
Yeah, yeah,
There you go. You were on a roll too, man. Like you were like the POC of football, and also
yeah, you
with
had me in the
Ray-
first
It's
half.
you're the one who freaking threw the Ray Rice in my head.
All right. So what you got for Super Bowl?
I'm still gonna stick with 49ers.
You still for 49ers?
How are we still sticking there? I thought we were sticking with the Ravens.
No. Remember, again, I said Ravens to the Super Bowl, 49ers all the way.
Was that your pick?
That was always my pick.
I can't watch episode 2 and
You
verify
can
that.
watch them all. Yeah. It was always Ravens, but I always said that they would not beat the 49ers. That was my thing. And then even right now, even though that I think the 49ers defense is looking really, really weak.
And that's crazy. For
I know.
their
Yeah.
defense to
Yeah.
look weak.
And the Chiefs I mean, it's real.
I'm telling you, if our
Steve
viewers go
Spagnuolo
back,
is killing it.
yep. If our viewers go back and watch episode 1, and you hear his picks, and you watch episode 2, and you hear his picks, and you're hearing his picks now, you know what though? I mean, even though I've been going against you this entire time,
Don't pick the 49ers.
Do it
with me,
again.
please.
Go against me.
no, I'm going to go against. I'm going to go
49ers by
against you.
3.
I'm going to go against you.
I'm gonna lose.
I'm going to go against you. I'm going to do
Hope you haven't watched
49ers
your
by
bet in
3.
yet, Jonathan.
I'm going to do 49ers by 3 for my boy Andy. And, he was ecstatic when they won. I was watching him on Instagram. He was ecstatic that they won. This is for you, Andy, again, brother. 49ers by 3. It's going to be a close game. 49ers by 3.
Andy. I hope you celebrated a lot this past Sunday. You enjoyed it, because there's not going to be nothing celebrating a couple Sundays. So, I mean, if I need to officially lock in my pick, the kid from Tyler, Texas,
Oh,
Patty
shit.
Mahomes,
Okay,
and the Chiefs
okay.
going to bring it
All
home
right, all right.
again.
Damn, bro. Damn. All right. We'll see how this is going to go. This is going to be fun. This is going to be
Ray
interesting.
Rice will not make the first touchdown. Ray Rice, damn. Shout out to Elevators.
Yeah,
shit.
shout out the elevators.
I want to thank all our subscribers. I mean, we've been shocked on the viewership, the subscribers from our podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube. I'm just very humbled. Very thank you. Thank you so much, guys, for your subscriptions and your views. I mean, we didn't think this was going to be like this. We thought we was going to have a few and, just having fun, talking to each other and sharing stories and reminiscing and going through what we've been through, going through hell and back and how we got back from hell and coming back. And you'll hear a lot of that in the next few episodes and today. But thank you guys so much. I mean, it's just been shock. It's been humbling seeing you guys just watching us and enjoying our content. Thank you. Thank you so much.
So this time last week, right before we started recording, I made mention we were at 102 subscribers. Mm-hmm. So I just had to pull my phone up because I hadn't looked before, but we are at 163.
Oh, thank
so
you.
We're up 61 subscribers in the last 7 days.
Thank you.
And I mean, we want to keep the train rolling, keep it going. We appreciate all you guys watching, liking, subscribing. We've gotten a lot of comments.
Thank you.
We appreciate y'all taking this journey with us.
We couldn't do this journey without you guys. Thank you. Thank you so much. Man, we got Valentine's Day around the corner. Valentine's Day.
Big day.
Big day.
For some people.
Yeah, well, you don't celebrate?
Is it for Katie?
No, not at all. No.
No.
So yeah.
A romantic.
No. Don't knock me for it, man. Don't knock me for it. So I used to, my younger days, I was that dude, always make sure I got everything for whoever they may have been. And then,
a different box of cereal. Wasn't the same box you were getting for every year.
It's different when you have kids now, too.
Sure.
It really is.
Yeah. So, yeah, we'll roll back a little bit.
How many boxes of cereal are we going back?
We're starting with the box of cereal. Come on now. That I quite enjoy eating the same cereal every day.
Is it brand or no brand?
For the rest of my life.
I
love that cereal.
It's a great cereal, though, man. You have an amazing wife.
Slow down now. This dude.
Tell us more about it, Jason.
I know. So
I love your family, brother.
Yeah. So I mean, I did it with her at the very beginning, and then she was just like, she wasn't really into the whole Valentine's thing. I don't know if it made her feel uncomfortable. She just didn't really dig it. And then the more as time passed, she was just like, look, that's just not really my thing. If you want to do something, do it on any other day. Don't make it like a forced day. Like you're forced to go buy me somewhere. You're forced to take me to eat.
Don't let the calendar tell you to love today.
Yeah, that's true. That makes sense.
So that's pretty much how we always roll. So it's like, and now with the kids, I mean, it's not like we'd be able to. Yeah. I mean,
how's she doing? Who?
My wife?
The current box of cereal.
Well, today was rough. It's been rough, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if we want to talk about it right this second.
Oh, we got a question regarding exactly what you're going through from our viewers.
Okay, then let's leave it like that. But this one's been rough. Every day's been a challenge.
Okay, all right.
So,
and what you doing for Valentine's Day, brother?
Well, I mean, with us being together for a good amount of years, so we kind of.
Your wife. I only known you for a year, bro.
I haven't even known you a year yet.
Not even a year, dude. It's gonna be.
So with my wife and I, being together for so long, we've kind of got to where we've tried different things along the way to see what works for us, what doesn't.
Sugar. Put something in that cereal.
I was saving the box of cereals for you.
Okay,
it was my turn last week.
All right,
so cereal remarks are for you this week.
Okay. Yeah.
But no, I mean we've got to just dabble in different things. So funny story. Our very first Valentine's, I was 16. Mm-hmm. So my wife just said, just in random, that she needed to find a Wingstop near us because she hadn't been to one in a while. So back then, this was 2010, 2011. I know that you can look on your phone right now and find five Wingstops around the corner right now.
Yeah.
Back then, there weren't any in the area, right? Okay. So the closest one she knew was in North Shore, a good 25, 30 minutes from here.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, let me find a Wingstop. Because really myself, I was like, Wingstops just weren't that popular back then. So I was like, okay, let me try to find a Wingstop. Oh, I remember there was a Wingstop on 45 and West Road.
Okay.
That I used to go to, years before, and I was like, okay, That's the one that I know it's closest.
With
So
your
our
mom
very
and dad years before. Yeah, I got
right,
you though. Yeah,
right, right.
yeah, yeah. You were a baby, but yeah, go
So
on.
that was the only one I knew. I mean, it was in the area kind of where I grew up. So I was like, okay, this our first Valentine's. I'm gonna take her somewhere special. I'm gonna take her to Wingstop.
My man. All right, I like that.
I got clowned a little bit
25
for
cent
it.
wings.
Yeah.
Hey, I was 16.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah,
you
I
know,
get
saving
it.
that course.
Hey, that was very
I was spending
romantic.
$15 in the tank. You know, I was driving a
That's
V8.
it.
It wasn't
That's
taking
it.
me far.
That's it,
Yeah, right,
brother.
right.
So yeah, I took her to Wingstop for the first Valentine's. It was funny because she had kind of got dressed up, right? I was like, I got a date for us. You know,
Oh,
we're
are you?
we're
wait a
going
minute.
somewhere special
Hold
tonight.
on, hold on. Oh, bro.
Oh yeah,
Hold on.
she was the
Jonathan
best.
got hold of himself right now.
Go
Hold
ahead.
on.
Go ahead,
You
Mr.
got, she got
Romantic.
all dressed up,
Right.
and you took her to Wingstop.
So she was the best dressed person in
Ariel, I'm
Wingstop
so
that
sorry.
No
night.
doubt.
I'm so
No
sorry,
doubt.
Ariel.
So that was our first Valentine's, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But
So
that sounds romantic, though. I mean, you looking
the
at back now,
thoughts were
dude, the
there.
Yeah, yeah,
thoughts
for
were
sure.
there,
I
and
get
that's
it. I
awesome,
get it.
bro. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So fast forward, you know, we made jokes about it a few years later, right?
Right.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Nah.
Fast forward, I started into business. I went to Las Vegas to meet with a franchise out there. I was seeing about possibility of bringing it here. It was for donut.
Oh, interesting.
Okay.
So
okay.
I
Never heard of
started.
it before.
So I don't really think they took off. Which I mean,
Which
looking
is a
back,
good thing for you now.
looking back on
Yeah,
it, I was
yeah.
like, you know, it was a great weekend in Vegas. I got a lot of donuts for free. I learned a lot of useless knowledge that I didn't need. But I'm glad I passed on that train, right?
Yeah.
They did actually open a couple here in the city, and they never took off. I think they might have actually closed down.
Oh wow.
But when I started into that, she was like, "Oh, okay. You know, there's a lot of franchises to look into." So
You wanted to start a Wingstop.
So coming full circle, I assured her that one of these Valentines we will show up at a Wingstop again, and
That's
it'll be one that
awesome,
I'll.
bro.
Oh, that's awesome.
That is
So,
awesome and
I've
romantic.
made that commitment.
That is badass. I like that.
But with
I
her
like that.
being a good sport, during COVID Valentine's, right? I mean, that was when it was taking off. February, everything was getting
Yep.
serious. So we didn't have plans. Of course, no one was going out, and I told her, you know, what do you want to do tonight? What do you want to do for Wings? Or what do you want to
For
do?
Wingstop.
What do you want to do? What do you want to do for the
Wingstop?
big day tonight, right?
Yeah.
And she's like, I mean, we can't go anywhere, whatever. I'll plan something out, and we'll have Valentine's here at the house, right? I mean, that's what everyone was doing that year. So she walked in the door with 2 big bags of Wingstop.
That's awesome,
there
bro.
it is.
That is awesome, dude.
So I mean, you know, that's
romantic,
kind of
man.
been
I
our
like
little funny thing.
I
Every
like that.
couple of Valentines, you'll find us at our
I'm
house
gonna
eating
drop off
Wingstop.
Wingstop at your
Yeah.
front door now, dude.
Yeah,
For Christmas,
seriously.
I'm just a big old bucket of Wingstop.
That's
My
awesome.
my wife, I mean, kind of like your wife said, I mean, she does like celebrating Valentine's, but she's not really crazy about gifts. I mean, we were just talking about this last night because we were just talking about things and about her birthday just passed and gifts and all that. And she just was like, you know, gifts aren't really something I need, I want. Just show me that you were caring.
Yep.
It was
Exactly.
you took the time to think out of a plan for us, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, for sure.
So Valentine's coming up. We might have Wingstop on our table this
That'd
year.
be awesome.
I'm gonna bring Wingstop to my Super Bowl party, bro. Just to just see what Ariel's gonna say. Just,
Oh, yeah.
you know, just to have some fun with that.
And it wasn't just a little thing, you know, let's do Wingstop and then we forgot about it. I mean, she's a Wingstop fan.
That's awesome, bro. What kind of wings?
She could not be more simple. 10 mild Wingstop wings, the fries, easy meal.
Mild
Easy
Wingstop
meal.
wings. I'm gonna watch this when I get the food for a Super Bowl party, just to make sure. That's awesome.
When we walk in, we see
I love
Wingstop
that.
wings
I love
there.
that, bro.
I know
I
what it
love that.
was.
So my box cereal likes Wingstop too, or just likes wings in general. So.
We must have shopped at the same stores.
My man.
Oh, yeah. My box of cereal, which
Okay.
is an awesome box of cereal, like the $8 box of cereal, like the healthy one. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, like that healthy $8 box of cereal.
Okay.
She likes wings, but not where you think so. Little Caesars.
Whoa. Okay.
Little Caesars wings, bro.
I was just following where we were going.
No. Like, 'cause, I mean, when we first met, she's like, yeah, we'll do all kinds. Like, I like Buffalo Wild Wings. That's me.
Oh, me
Okay.
too.
Parmesan garlic Buffalo Wild Wings.
Oh.
You'll see that at our Super Bowl party.
Okay.
That's
Getting
my
wings.
wings.
We
That's
went
my
from-
favorite
we went
wings.
from
Get some,
fitness
get
to
some,
this.
Get some, yeah, I know.
But I'm with you.
Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling
That's
you.
me.
Blue cheese. Oh man, that's it.
Lost me there.
What? You don't like blue cheese with wings?
No.
You just like it plain?
Ranch, like
With
normal.
No,
It's always
come on,
ranch
bro,
or
it's
blue
blue
cheese.
cheese.
It's either or.
blue cheese with
I don't
wings.
know anyone that eats blue cheese. You're my first.
Are
No.
you serious?
Yeah.
No, there's.
All right, we're gonna
it's
get a
thing.
lot of viewer
It's a thing.
comments on
That's
this
you too?
because
I can go
All right.
either way. I'm not that picky. I've
really,
I've had other cereal before.
Either way, okay. Cool.
I'm gonna cut that.
I couldn't keep a straight face.
no, you gotta leave that in. You gotta leave that in. Oh my goodness. No, so she likes Little Caesars wings.
Okay.
But
I didn't even
nothing
know
on
they
it.
had wings.
Yeah, they have wings. It's not
Me neither.
can't say anything because I don't want to get sued by Little Caesars over here.
Yeah.
But she likes the plain wings with nothing on it, just
Okay.
plain. I've had them.
Uh-huh.
I'm not the biggest fan. That's just me.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Other people might be. She is. She loves them. But that's her
That's her thing.
thing. And it's like,
There you
okay,
go.
cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Wings
But
for all wives this Valentine's Day.
That's how we're
Easy.
gonna do it. The easy money.
Yeah.
But it's so funny because as you get older, and I started noticing in myself too, is that I'm not a big gift person.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because I think, with all of us have jobs, we're just working. If I really wanted something, just go buy it. If I need something, I go buy it.
Yeah.
I don't need to wait till someone gets it for me for a holiday, Christmas,
Yeah.
Valentine's Day, birthday, Father's Day, whatever.
I totally get that.
Exactly, yeah.
Mhm.
So if I need cologne, if I need something, I bet I need this. I'm going to go buy it,
Yeah.
whatever.
Right.
Me, and for her, it's the same thing, which I think that's one big attraction for me to her is experiences. Like if you came up to me right now and said, hey, bro, $500 iPad or 2 floor seat tickets to the Rockets game.
Okay.
Yeah, give me the Rockets game. Even though that experience is only going to be 3-4 hours, if that, I could have that iPad for years. I'd rather have that experience for 4 hours, enjoy that, soak in that moment, take pictures, take video, enjoy that with my wife, than just have an iPad that I probably use, here and there. You know what I mean? That's just me.
Not a very
For her,
savage
yeah,
guy.
for her, she loves. So she's not big into flowers. She had 3 cats when I met her. 3 cats. So when we're dating, you're trying to be the romantic. You're trying to bring like flowers and stuff like that. And I learned this the hard way. I brought her like a dozen roses. When we were dating. I forgot when in that time period we were dating, but she told me early on. After that, she was like, "Yeah, I don't do flowers." I'm like, "Why you don't do flowers?" She goes, "I have 3 cats. They'll just eat them. They'll just and that
wow.
can kill them and hurt
I
them
didn't
and all
know
that."
that.
I didn't know that either. Yeah. And so I was like, all right. So, I never got her flowers. Now, there was a few occasions where like the night I proposed and stuff that I gave her, like, I put a flower on the table, just one single rose, like, our special table we ate and stuff like that. But she doesn't like flowers. She loves chocolates. Now, unfortunately, I can't say the store's name, but there's a chocolate company in San Francisco,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying, that they make these special chocolates. And they're all over California, all over other stores, and in Arizona too. We cannot find them in Texas at all. There's only one store in Texas that has them, and I'm going to be doing everything I can to find this store in Texas before Valentine's Day because you don't have them. So you can't order them to get shipped to your house. I found that out. So, she loves these chocolates.
I think we should all just take a flight out to California
I'm telling you, bro.
Pick some chocolates
I'm
up.
telling you,
Get those
get her some
chocolates.
chocolates
and bring them back
and then
home.
bring them back. That's
Okay.
that'd be awesome vacation,
Yep.
bro.
I can
Heck yeah.
text the wife right
I'm
now.
telling
Let
you,
her know
let's
we're
do it,
heading
let's,
out.
bro.
There you go.
But there's a store. One thing I love about my wife, she likes buying her own stuff. You know what I'm saying? So
That
she'd be
makes
like,
it
hey,
easy.
babe,
Yeah.
makes it much easier. You know what I mean? It's like, she doesn't like surprises. And trust me, bro, I've a lot of things in the past when we were dating, she told me, hey, baby, I don't like surprises. Just tell me. So
That makes it easy, too.
Yeah,
dude,
right.
it makes it easier for me. But at the same time, like, I like being romantic. I like being, for our engagement, when I proposed to her, and I'll tell you guys that later on in the next few weeks, she hated every minute of it. She
Oh,
hated
wow.
every
Okay.
minute of it because I wanted to draw it for like a whole week, how to propose. Every single day, she's like, what are you proposing today? You're proposing today. And I'll tell you guys how I proposed to my wife, but she hated every single minute of it because she hates surprises. So for Mother's Day, for Valentine's Day, for her birthday, I'll be like, babe, what do you want? Babe, I want this one. Yeah, get it. Because she knows if I try to find something for her, she won't like it.
All right.
Which makes
Okay.
my life easier, but at the same time, it's like, all right, at least let me
Hey,
give
I'm
you,
trying to do something here.
let me do
do
something.
it.
Let me
do
be,
it.
let me be
I've seen his taste, so I get it.
So I like,
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I'll get her a card and write something nice. We'll go out to
Can't go
dinner.
wrong there.
Exactly. You can't, go out to dinner. She loves going out to dinner. So we'll go have somewhere fun. But I'm going to shout out to the store she loves. Kingwood, Texas, My Happy Place.
Okay.
My Happy Place in Kingwood, Texas. We're in Houston, so about 20, 30 minutes from here. It's a little gift shop in Kingwood, Texas. My Happy Place. Google it.
I've been there.
Dude, it's an amazing store. These people make this stuff. They bring it there and the store sells it. From jewelry to purses to belts to little knickknacks to pictures. Every time we go there, and dude, I have to hold my wife's wallet because I know she's going to throw a couple hundred in there. And it's awesome. It's a small business, and I love supporting small businesses.
Cool. Yeah.
But and they love Sarah. They love Sarah there. She goes there. They have this little toy area section for the kids. She goes there, sits down, reads a book, and we'll buy a couple books for her and little toys. The way they treat you in there, the employees, the owner, it's like family. Every time we walk in, they know our names. They know who we are. They see how Sarah's doing. It's an amazing store. One thing I noticed last time I went there is there's a little, they sell chocolates now, all right? And I'm going to probably, if I can't find the chocolates I'm looking for my wife for Valentine's Day, I'm going to probably go and, buy a few dozen of these. They're chocolates, but it looks like art. It's not like
That's
your
cool.
normal chocolates that you buy in the grocery store. You look at it and you're wondering, is this art? Should I eat it? Should I just keep it out for
Put
people
it
to
in
see?
a frame.
Put it in a frame.
Put it in a frame.
Because the lady that makes these, she was there one day, and I'm going, what in the world? Like it doesn't look like anything you want to eat.
Yeah.
But I tried one, and it literally, the chocolate melts in your mouth. It is just truly amazing. So check it out. My Happy Place, Kingwood, Texas.
And I have been there myself,
Yeah.
Maybe 2 or 3 times with Grace, and she really enjoyed it too.
It's a great
So
store.
it
It
is a great
really
store.
is, man. It's
Ever been
great.
there?
You should
Yeah,
check
you
it
gotta
out.
try
Don't
it
even
out.
know.
You
Maybe
gotta
on
try it out.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah,
There it
yeah,
is.
yeah,
I
take
got
it
nothing
out.
else to do.
Yeah.
Right after Wingstop.
But he's not like, and I agree with you guys were saying, Valentine's Day, it needs to happen literally all the time. Not, I'm not saying the gift giving and the cards and the flowers every day, but dude, every day I try, and I'm guilty of it, man. I don't make the best effort, showing my wife, hey, I love you, baby. You have the day, you wake up in the morning, having my little girl slapping me in the face with my CPAP machine, and then we have the day. We get her ready for school. We get ready to work. We get in the car. We go to work, come back from work, pick her up from school, make her dinner, put her to bed, and that's her day. The same routine every single day. And sometimes we lay in bed and we're just so exhausted. We're so tired from the day where, you forget, you're like, wait, this is my wife. This is my wife that I love. And I need to make a better effort, on showing her, hey, baby, I love you. This is, hey, I say it here and there, but it's like Valentine's Day, like you said, why are you celebrating a day that's on a calendar to show your spouse or your girl or whatever that you love? It should be every day. I'm not perfect at it. I'm going to do everything I can to have a better job doing that. You know what I mean?
For sure.
But, I mean, it's a great holiday. You have fun. When you're, for Sarah, you give out little Valentine's Day cards at school and stuff.
Yep.
I think that's cute and fun. And they don't know exactly, what's going on. You get candy and stuff, and they have a great time. And I think that's one thing that you look forward to. She has these little Valentine's Day dresses. We put her in and stuff like that. It's cute for pictures, but from like a spouse or a girlfriend's point of view, yeah, I mean, I think you should tell your girl and show her every day you love her. And I mean, I'm guilty of it. You have the day get a hold of you, but I'm going to do a fucking better job at it. I am. I really am. So, but
If you run out of ideas, take her to Wingstop.
My man.
Dude, honestly, she might. No. I'm going to take her Little Caesar.
Yeah,
She
you
likes
got
that. But if anybody hasn't followed us on Instagram, we have an Instagram page. Go on YouTube, go on our bio. We have an Instagram page. Follow us. And, dude, I like your guys' posts.
It's
You guys
just
been
us
posting.
men.
It's just us men.
Just us men.
It's just us men on Instagram. Yep. Our social media guru over here. But
man.
I'm telling you, man. Yeah. But no, you had a great job, man. You've been doing an amazing job. All of us have. All of us have been working as a team to get this production going. It's just been truly blessing and humbling working with you guys.
I mean, just being on our 3rd week of this, I mean, we've already created our own dynamic, working well together. I mean, we all have our little portions that we just take on head on.
It's amazing.
And I mean, this was our first week seeing some real success on YouTube,
For
just gathering the fan base, and we appreciate it all. I mean, we're just getting better as we go.
It's just truly amazing, man.
Yeah.
It's truly amazing. But seeing your guys' bio and your description of your bios, it was cool. It was motivating because I'm still getting to know you guys as well. And just like you guys getting to know me.
Right.
And you said something about my bio about being service connected. You didn't know what exactly. Yeah, you didn't know exactly what that was. So being a veteran, being in the military, you've gone through, you've served in war, you've served in deployments, and anytime you get hurt in the military, if it's small or big, depending on what the Department of Veterans Affairs says, you're service connected. And so they help you get through it medically, benefits, different things like that. And the Department of Veterans Affairs, they do an amazing job to help veterans, I think, based off my experiences. Other veterans may disagree with that, but for me, I think I've had an amazing job with them, and I'm very thankful for their services. But when I had my injury in the Army, and it was a very traumatic injury to the point where medically I was discharged from the Army. I was supposed to be in the Army. I planned to go in the Army for the rest of my life.
Okay.
Like I was going to move up.
That was your retirement plan.
That was going to be my retirement plan. That was it. I did years in the Coast Guard, got out, got my bachelor's degree in criminal justice, loved the military life, went into the Army, enjoyed it. I had an amazing time at it, learned so much from it. And this was it. This was going to be it. I was going to move up, become an officer, rank up and everything like that. And one day all of that changed. And unfortunately, it caused to have a lot of disabilities from this one interaction, from traumatic brain injuries to injuries in my right foot that they had to put, pretty much replace, from tendons and ligaments to screws to everything. And it was so impactful for me that the VA said, doctors that repaired me at several hospitals, they pretty much told me, they said, hey, you're done. You're done. Like, you will never run or walk again, to that point, at that time. I'm like, what are you talking about? Never walk again? Well, they're like, yeah, you'll walk, but it won't be the same.
Always with a limp.
You always
Something
have
like
a limp,
that,
and you will have, you won't run, you won't be able to work out. You're pretty much, you're done. And don't worry, we'll take care of you though. And laying there with a huge cast on my foot going, damn, okay, that was hearing that from a mental point of view. And I was so young at the time. I think I was only in my late 20s, going, I got my whole life thinking this was the plan for me and I'm done. Like, this is it for me. And so for, months, I believe that, going through PT, healing, I had a cast on me for months, healing through the hardcore surgeries they put on me, to the point where I was living with my parents at the time, and it sucked because, I had to get help from them, helping me go through that. And it was very embarrassing. It was very, demasculating having your parents take care of you physically, during that time, to the point where I couldn't move. I had to have them help me use the bathroom and shower, things like that. And, in your late 20s and having your parents helping you do that. And I'm very grateful to them.
For sure.
But, you're pretty much, your world just flipped just like that. And hearing, you're done, you're, that's it. So all your career plans, all your thoughts that you're going to do this, do that, just gone. So now you got to start from scratch, from day one, going, okay, what do I do now? What do I do? What's my career path? What am I going to do with my life? And it was hard for me, to the point where I remember laying in bed, healing, and from the surgery that even though it was probably I was about with hard cast for about 8 months, and then I had like just a normal cast for another 3 after that. It felt like years to me. It really did mentally. It felt like years.
Oh, yeah. Every day just got longer at that point.
Every day just got longer. And to the point where you can't do anything. I'm a very active person. I'm very independent. I do not like people taking care of me. I'm just very like, if something's going on with me, I take care of myself. Like, I'm very independent. And so having your parents constantly, hey, Jason, you need anything? Hey, Jason, hey, Mom, I need this. Hey, Dad, I need this. It was tough. I hated it. I hated it, every single minute of it. To the point where I remember laying there in bed, and this hardcore medicine that the VA gave me, this hardcore medicine for my pain, I just hated life so much at that time, where I thought, take it all,
Oh, wow.
take it all, because knowing I'm done, I'm physically done. I have this cast that I can't even move my leg. My TBI was just hard at that time. I was getting dizzy. I was having these bad headaches, and
And where
you
do you
know,
even go from there?
where
I
do you
mean,
go from there?
your whole life, this is what you're doing. You
Yep.
have this is your career. This is I
Yep.
know this is everything I want to do.
Yep.
To just change
Yep.
just like that.
Exactly.
I mean, you
Exactly.
got to break mentally. I mean,
It-
it
it
would be
was
hard
tough.
not to.
Yep.
It could
And
only feel like there was nothing else to live for at that
Right.
point.
Yep.
Everything was taken.
and that's exactly how I felt. That's exactly how I felt. To the point where I'm just laying there watching TV. I have a TV in my room, and I'm just laying there watching TV, day in, day out, day in, day out.
That's
And
not what an active person wants to be doing.
exactly,
Right.
exactly. And so I remember after I got the hard cast off, I'm getting pushed around in a wheelchair with my soft cast. They said, don't put so much weight on it yet, all this stuff. I'm getting pushed around. I remember there was this museum in Balboa Park in San Diego. The Titanic expedition came in. They have, I don't know what it is. I'm a big history buff, so that like excited me. So I was like, yeah, let's go. I want to go see this. So I have pictures of my mom and dad push me in a wheelchair through this, Titanic expedition. And I remember going back in the pictures and seeing how like you could see the look on my face. Like I was excited to be there and seeing all this cool historic, stuff from this, this voyage, but
Didn't change how you really felt inside.
Yeah, exactly. I was just like depressed. You could see the depression. You could see how I just hated being this way. Like I wish I could just be walking around. I didn't want no one to push me in a wheelchair. And so one day, we were walking around downtown San Diego, and seeing people running and seeing people working out at rooftop gyms and just having a great time. That was me, before this injury, before this traumatic experience I went through. And I kept telling myself, it's crazy that when you're in this like mental blockage and you're just, you're letting your physical body telling you you're done. You're letting doctors telling you you're done. Mentally, it's really hard to get out of that. It's really hard to push you and go, I'm not done. I'm not done. I'm going to keep going. Mentally was tough. It was.
It's a battlefield of the mind,
Yep,
man. It really is.
exactly.
I mean, you every day it would.
Yep.
I'm not going to get into it, but yeah, not at least not at this point. But
Yep.
it's a struggle.
Yep.
You just get stuck in this place, and no matter what's happening, no matter what anybody's telling you, you can't crawl out
Yep,
of it.
exactly.
Your mind can make the strongest person feel weak.
Exactly. And I had to mentally say, literally, it took me months after I got the soft cast on, going through PT at the VA, stretching. I don't know. Finally, just one day I'm in my room and I'm watching this like motivational video because I was just watching a lot of motivational stuff to like wake the fuck out of me. Just like really just, I need to wake up. Like, what is going on with me?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I need to get this, like you said, just mental blockage out, And finally I was just like, you know what? Screw this. And I don't know what happened that I just finally woke up. And I remember taking the soft cast out. So I was so afraid to take it off. I had a cast on. You know when you have like a cast on for so long, it's like part of you already, And I had to take the cast off and go, I'm done. And I just started walking, started stretching, started getting more weight on my foot. I felt it. Oh man, I felt it. But that motivated me and just kept going and kept going and kept going and kept going. And now, years later, I've done 6 Spartan races, mud runs. I did the Baker to Vegas run, which is I did about 5 miles in the middle of the desert.
Oh, wow.
And don't get me wrong, was I in pain after? Oh,
For
bro,
sure.
I'm in pain every single day.
Yeah.
Every single day. And I have just an amazing wife that helps me with that because she'll notice things. Even though as us men, we're very strong-headed. We're very like, no, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going. Keep it all in, which there's times for that. But there's times where we're like, all right, I need to sit down. And it's not, a lot of men, they're like, well, it's weak. And, I don't think so. I mean, if you're in pain, if something's going on, like, let your significant other know, let your best friend know.
Yeah.
Just be like, hey, bro, like, like after we do our Spartan race the next few months, you're going to see me. Once I'm done, I'm going to be like, all right, bro, I'm going to need to sit down. And you're going to see my foot. It's like purple, blue, swelled up, everything. And when we did our Spartan race with me and my wife, we did the Spartan Super. And we went to, it was in Anaheim, California. Went to Bubba Gump Shrimp House, right?
Okay.
and just celebrate. We had our medals around our necks. It was an awesome feeling. And I remember sitting there, and I was like, man, I need to use the restroom, but I couldn't even stand up.
Oh,
Like I
wow.
couldn't stand
Yeah.
up because my foot was so swollen. And she had to literally, I was like, hey, babe, can you help me stand up? She's like, I got you. So I literally, she helped me stand up
There you go.
to get some balance on my foot.
Yeah.
Finally, we went to the hotel room, and she goes, let me see your foot, babe. And she goes, oh my goodness. Like it was just swelled up, like completely. But I didn't care. Just having that medal around my neck was like that achievement. Like, you know what? I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going. And you bring that to the gym, like we talked about last week. Going to the gym, working out, waking your mind up and saying, I need to do this. No matter how much hours of sleep you had, no matter what kind of day you had, it's mental over physical.
Oh, for sure.
Working out is 90% mental,
yeah,
then 10% physical. There's so many days that I go to the gym and I go, I don't want to be here. I'm tired. Whatever the situation
What stops
is.
people the most from working out is getting to the gym.
Oh yeah.
No one walks in the gym and then doesn't want to work out.
Exactly.
They decide they don't want to work out before they ever even get there. So the moment you walk in, you've already won the battle.
Yep.
And I mean, everything you're saying is it's very encouraging and motivating. I mean, thinking even more so hearing how you'll feel after the Spartan race. Because like when I ran the half marathon,
that was impressive.
There were several people that I had ran past that they had on their shirts front and back blind, or you saw people with wheelchairs or in their little riding things that are disabled and aren't able to walk, like the blind individuals.
I saw that the blind individuals.
I made sure.
I saw that. That was
I made sure to take a picture when I was running. I mean, I couldn't find my breath, but I found my phone to get a picture. I mean, just seeing that running out there, and you're for me, I'm like, overall, there's nothing wrong with me.
Right.
And this is a challenge, running 13.1 miles. And I ran past a older guy, maybe in his late 50s, early 60s. And he had blind on his front, blind on the back.
I saw that.
He had a kind of a belt that was attached to the wrist of two guiders that were walking with him, running with them. And I'm just like, like your story. When you hear things like that, there's no reason why other people can't get out there. I mean, everyone has their own situation, but for the most part, people that aren't doing it just because they don't have the motivation to, like, that's motivation.
That's motivation.
I mean,
that's motivation.
God gave you a good, strong body. Thank him for it and go use it.
Exactly. I like that. I like that phrase. Exactly. And, every day I hit the gym, every day I do, or planning any Spartan races, mud runs, anything I want to do in the next few months, it's my way of saying, I could do this. I could do this. I'm not going to let, now I know I'm going to be in pain after. I know I'm going to be laying in bed, elevating a foot for a few hours, put some ice and all
Brother,
that.
you just had a pacemaker installed. I mean, if you can do it, man, I mean, come on now.
Dude,
That's
pushing the limits. We like
no
to
doubt.
You, man.
No doubt.
Like you said, you made it. I watched our episode from last week, and you made an huge example of what you're saying. I want to be there for my kids.
Oh yeah,
I want to be there for my kids. If my daughter grows up, when she grows up and she wants to play sports, and I'm going to push that on her. She needs to be active because she's already had her own medical situations that she needs to be active for. I want to be there for her. I want to be active. I want to be healthy for her. I want to grow up. I want to have a long life for her. I want to see her dad. It's all about example, like you just said. If you see your parents working out, if you see your parents keeping in shape, as a kid, I'm like, hey, mom and daddy's are keeping in shape. Mom and dad is working out. I want to do that. I want to feel that.
I saw a video on Instagram. It kind of went viral. It was I can't remember if it was a mom or a dad, but they were pushing their child, and it looked like a gas station parking lot or something, in a stroller. I don't know what happened, if there was a hole in the ground, but they tripped in the hole.
Oh, geez.
It wasn't like, it was just enough to cause them to fall.
Right.
So they fell, and they were going downhill, and the stroller took off.
Oh, jeez, man.
And like I said, I can't remember if it was a man or woman, but they were so, and I'm a big person myself, but they were so large, they were unable to get themselves back up in that instant.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, their child's stroller was rolling down the hill straight towards the road that was there. And there were 2 or 3 other people that came from the side and ran out there and grabbed the stroller.
Right.
But it's like, I want, just like you said, I want that for myself to, you should never let yourself get to the point where, as a man, father, you're here to be a protector.
Yep.
And in
Exactly.
that very instance, because of the choices you've made, you were unable to get yourself right back up to go protect your child.
Yeah.
So, I mean, everything we do, it's always in our own way, it finds a way back to we're doing it all for them.
Yep, exactly. And, you know, I mean, that's the thing. That's the biggest thing. That's the biggest thing that I want to show my daughter, that don't let limitations, don't let your disability get in the way of what you want to do. If she wants to come up to me and say, hey, Daddy, I want to play soccer. Hey, Daddy, I want to play tennis. You know, and we'll get into it next week. My daughter had open heart surgery 10 days after she was born. Was in the hospital for months. And she had a feeding tube and medicines. And it was just, for me and my wife, it was hell. It was hell. And now she's doing just amazing. She's doing amazing. But I want to show my daughter that it's like, yeah, you had this. You went through this. I don't know what's going to affect in your life, but I remember when I went to the surgeon that did her surgery and asked her, I said, hey, what's going to be like for her life? What is her life going to be like? I said, can she work out? Can she play sports? And he looked me dead in the eye and says, she needs to. I need to get that heart pumping. I need to make sure that heart pumping. I looked at him like, oh, trust me, that's going to happen. I'm going to make sure that's going to happen, you know? And I need to be that example, like you said.
Sports and activity and getting active and doing all those things will show her she doesn't have limitations.
Exactly.
She might have had a little disadvantage in the start compared to other kids, but we're past that, and there's no limitations. There's nothing she can't do at that point.
And that's why I love seeing anybody has any type of disability, anybody that, you know, you see these guys running on one leg. I'm sure you saw that in the marathon, you know, and they're just like, yeah, I have a disability. I have a disadvantage over someone else.
But so what?
Yep. I'm going to be out there. I'm going to show you what I got, and nothing's going to stop that. And that's just amazing and remarkable to me. I'll tell you that.
Nothing but motivation.
Nothing but motivation.
Yeah, I love that.
We're going to go to our viewer questions, which is similar to what you just said about how Katie and your wife is doing.
Okay.
All right. So this one.
You said Katie and your wife?
Yeah, Katie and my wife.
Katie,
yeah. That's okay. I got two of them.
Tell us about all the boxes.
You got two boxes
got a couple boxes. Yeah.
We got a viewer question from Marcus from Houston, Texas. What steps can you take to make your spouse, your girl, as comfortable as possible and help them through pregnancy and deal with the ups and downs of hormonal changes with them and yourself?
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna answer. I'm gonna say this one more time because this is a two-part question. What steps you could take to make your girl/spouse as comfortable as possible and help them through pregnancy and deal with the ups and downs with hormonal changes with them
and yourself
and us.
Yeah.
From Marcus from Houston, Texas.
Okay.
It's a great question.
That is a good, really good question. And if you're a first-time dad, that's like help because I have no idea.
In any way possible.
Yeah,
exactly.
So I mean, if you never experienced it, the first trimester, I mean, it's rough. I mean, it can be really rough. Some women, you know, definitely a lot better than others. I mean, and I've heard of these unicorns out there that love being pregnant, nothing ever wrong. You have one of those, count yourself blessed. I mean, but in reality, like mine, you know, like I've said before, you know, we're going through all the sickness and you know, all the just, you know, just not mood swings or hormones changing and stuff like that. And it's real because, you know, my wife is very, very even. Right.
Yeah.
And that's just who she is, you know, was one of the reasons why I married her.
That was the first thing you told me when I first met you. You're like, she's never too up. She's never too down. She's just there. And that's a good thing.
Yeah. So now she's pregnant. Right. So, you know, easy, quick example. And, you know, just so you can understand what pregnancy is like. So, you know, this weekend we were hanging out and we sat down and we've been busy. I've been busy. Work's been busy. You know, podcast keeps me busy. Kids keep me busy. All that stuff. So, you know, at times, you know, with the wife thing, I mean, not that she takes, you know, like she's the back person you're worried about, but you know, there's things you got to do, right? And so we're sitting there. We started watching a show sometime in the morning, and where I had to stop like maybe 15 minutes into it. I got things to do. I got to do this. I got to do this around the house. And you know, not that she snapped, but you know, she was just like, you could tell she wasn't pleased with it. She didn't really appreciate it. But I was like, but I still need to get these things. These things need to be done around the house. So it's like, just go ahead, continue to watch the show. And she's like, yeah, I don't really want to. Okay, cool, whatever. So I go do my thing, and it took a few hours to do it. I get back in the house and sit down with her, and she comes over to me and she kind of lays down next to me and stuff like that. And she was like, this is really what I wanted. And I was like, okay, cool. So we started, and I was like, you okay? And she's just like, yeah, because she was snapping earlier. And I was like, are you okay? And she's just like, well, no, I don't feel happy. And I was like, okay, what's going on? And she goes, kind of feel depressed.
Yeah.
And it's just like, okay, that's real.
That's real.
So it's like, okay. And again, for somebody who stays here to be now depressed is a strong word, right?
Yep.
So I'm like, okay, let's go through it. What's going on? And she's like, I'm not sure. And I'm like, is it because I've been busy? Is it because I've been, doing a lot of work, and the podcast and, and then, the kids and everything else. And she's just like, that's exactly it. We don't get us time anymore. And so we just literally sat there and watched TV together, the rest of the day. Well, obviously the kids running around, whatever, acting crazy, but, got to spend me and her time together. Right. And just, me talking it through with her made her feel so much better.
Right.
You could see she was just because I understood her. I understood where she was coming from. I get it. I totally get it.
And you cared to understand.
Exactly.
And I cared to understand.
Exactly.
And that's the thing is, so, as far as, what do you do for your wives during this time? Be understanding. Yeah. She's going to snap at me. I get it. And that's not normal.
How many weeks is Katie now?
9.
9. Yeah.
So I think she's coming right up at 9. Yeah. So it's just like,
you're in the early parts.
Early.
Yeah.
So it's just like, one, be understanding. Listen to what they have to say. Right. Try to do everything for them.
Everything.
So you're going to be cooking, you're going to be cleaning, you're going to be doing anything. It just let her chill out, let her feel happy. If she snaps, okay,
just take it.
Just take it.
Take it.
It really is, and that's what it is. It's just like, okay, cool, because that's not who she is. Right. Remember, she's not feeling well. She's tired and she's sick. A majority of the time, if you're tired and you're sick, you're not the best person to be around.
My wife
and that's just her life.
Right, exactly.
Exactly. My wife always makes a comment, and she goes, if guys had an opportunity to have kids, there'd be no kids. They'd be like,
yeah, I get you. Yeah,
no, I don't want to go through that.
Yeah.
I don't want to go through
that. Doubt.
And I had to learn really quickly when my wife was pregnant, and it was my first kid. I didn't know what to do, and seeing all that, what a woman goes through when she's pregnant. And I mean, you were talking about confidence issues, how big she's getting. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And she's like, baby, I'm fat. No, baby, you're not fat.
Right.
You got a baby growing in you.
Yep.
You're not fat.
Yep.
Tired. Like you said, mood swings.
Yep.
The crazy things they want for food.
Yep.
It's just a lot of things that if you've never gone through it before, you're like, what the hell's going on? Where's my wife? Where's my wife? This is not my wife. You know what I mean? And I joke around with my wife all the time about this story. I don't know what it is when a woman's pregnant, and I had to do my own homework. I was going through books. I was trying to find anything. And this was actually one of my motivations to make this podcast, because that time when I was going through there was nothing anywhere for men saying, hey, bro, this is what's happening. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is, if she's telling you to F off, if she's telling you F off, don't take it serious. She's going through all this stuff that you're not going through.
Right.
Her body's taking especially I've noticed too, when I heard this, when your wife is pregnant with a girl, there's more changes hormonal than there is with a boy.
Might have another girl.
I don't know. So we learned this. We learned this a lot from a lot of our friends and family.
Yeah,
exactly.
Right.
Yeah. And we learned this because of the estrogen levels, when you're having a girl and things like that. There was one incident, and I remember this, that I was using the restroom. We lived in a small apartment in San Diego during COVID. I was using the restroom, and get down to use the restroom, clean up everything, spray some stuff to make sure everything's done. We'll go back and sit on the couch. My wife turns to me and she goes, "Did you just use the restroom?" I was like, "Yeah, I just use the restroom." She goes, "I can still smell it." I'm like, "That's impossible." That's like, I literally cleaned. I literally cleaned that bathroom.
Yeah, sure.
Where you just smell bleach. Like, there's no way you could. There's no. It just went 0 to 100 from there.
Oh yeah, for
sure. And you're just like, what the heck? Where's my wife? This is not my wife. Obviously, at that time during that pregnancy, she had a nose like a canine.
Oh yeah.
All right, it was crazy. Now she doesn't anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways, yeah,
Yeah.
He's
but
spraying less now.
Right.
no, I'm still a clean guy. But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's just, I didn't know that. That's one of the signs. That's one
Yeah.
of the symptoms of being pregnant. And at that time, we were just, it was like 0 to 100.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh my goodness, what's going on? And finally, she's like, from now on, you're going to use the pool house bathroom in the apartment complex. So every time I
Let's
use
take
the
a vote
restroom,
on. Let's take a vote on this one.
Yeah,
first.
right.
every time I use the restroom, I walk to the pool house bathroom where they had a little pool, a little bathroom there, and use the restroom. People, the tenants at the apartment complex, thought I was homeless. They would just see this dude with shorts and a shirt and sandals walking with my phone to the bathroom
Nice.
to use the bathroom.
Yeah.
But the
Kick you out.
I'm done. But the sacrifice like that, to me, it was like, okay,
Yeah.
you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I mean? Like,
Sure.
whatever you got to do. Because I had to learn the hard way. I wish there was something like this,
Right.
where I could watch and be like, oh, okay, I get it.
Right.
I had to learn the hard way going, this is what happens when a woman's pregnant. This is all the symptoms. This is all the signs. But you made a good point. Whatever you have to do to make her happy at that time, do it.
Yeah.
I don't care what she wants, at what time of the day, do it. There was many times where she's like, baby, you know, can you do this? Can you do that? I'm not going to get into that because a lot of the requests were like,
Well, hello.
you know, I was like, okay, you know, whatever to make you feel better. You want, you know, Baskin Robbins at midnight? I don't know if they're open, baby. Like,
Yeah.
well, I'll go find out, or other little things that she needs. And just to get in bed, it felt like it was a NASA space shuttle mission, you know?
Hello.
Yeah. I mean, it was like pillows everywhere.
Yeah.
And, you know, but you just have to make them feel loved. You have to make them feel like, baby, everything's okay. And just whatever they need, whatever you're going through, whatever you're feeling, how the things she might say, the things that she might do.
Yep.
She's not meaning it.
Yeah.
She's not. You know what I mean? It's just, she's going through that
Right.
at that time.
Yep.
And, you know, if she's telling you, oh, baby, I'm fat, you're not fat, baby. You're beautiful. You got a baby growing in you. You got a little girl.
Nothing more
little boy.
attractive about a woman than knowing she's carrying
Nope.
your child.
I'm telling
Oh,
you.
yeah.
I'm
Nothing
telling
more
you.
attractive.
And my wife, man, she did an amazing job. I mean, our little girl is beautiful. You know, she's just gorgeous. She looks like her mom. Beautiful.
Thankfully.
You know, thankfully. Dude,
Yeah.
I did not want her to look like me, bro.
Good
I did not.
gosh.
I actually asked my wife this. I was like, what do you want? You dark? No, I want her to have blonde hair, Caucasian. I
Yeah.
want her to look at me.
Yeah.
No, I want
Yeah.
to make sure she looks like you.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
does. It's amazing. It's
She
great.
does. Yeah.
She acts like me, though.
Oh no.
Oh, it's crazy.
Yeah.
She has a lot of characteristics like
Yeah.
me, but she looks like her mom, beautiful as a mom. That's exactly what I wanted. But the work to get there, dude,
Yeah.
it was.
It's a
lot.
struggle.
It's a lot.
Really is a
So-
struggle. And as far as trying to take care of yourself, that's hard.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to lie, it especially since I already have 3 kids, but he's one's 20, so he doesn't really count. The 2, and a lot of times it's you're tired. Maybe you've been up trying to take care of the kids or whatever. You
Yep.
get up, you have to cook everybody breakfast, and then you got to clean up, and then you got to take care of all the kids, and the wife is still snapping at the kids every 5 seconds.
You're
Yeah,
having to
cheers
do-
to you, dude.
I was gonna-
I had when I had my kid, it was my kid. That was it. I had that dog. I had a dog that my wife just got.
There you
You
go.
know, 3 months ago. Before
Yeah.
she was due. That was it.
Yeah.
You have 2 kids.
Uh-huh.
Your house,
Uh-huh.
A grown
your
kid,
A grown kid.
like
an unborn kid.
Yeah, I'm born
cheers to you,
kid,
brother.
2 dogs
Cheers
and
to
a
you,
cat.
Cheers to you,
backyard.
like,
No, but I mean, it is a lot. I mean, it really is. I mean,
But do you realize everything you just said, right?
Okay.
All that you had to do and all that was hard, right?
Uh-huh.
You were doing what your wife usually does.
well, the thing about it is not so when you have so many kids, a lot of times we do tag team.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's okay. I get up, I cook breakfast. I mean, typically I'm making breakfast if I'm at the house. It's just what it is. She's like, you home? Get in the kitchen. That's just what it is. I mean, because, during the week and stuff like that, if I'm working from home, she typically does it. But on the weekends, if I'm off, oh, no. Go on, baby. You get in that kitchen, making some food. It's just what it is. So it's not a big deal. But, a lot of times, she's, if I'm, it's a one-man show at this point.
right.
And it's fine because I totally understand, I get it.
Yep.
She's feeling sick. If I was feeling sick, I ain't going to want to deal with the kids. I ain't going to want to cook. And I'm definitely not going to want to clean,
Yep.
So it's,
Exactly.
so it's like, so as far as taking care of yourself, if you got kids and all that other stuff, it's going to be a lot harder. If you're a single man, you take care of yourself when you can. If she's sleeping, you do it. Time to relax, do what you need. If you have multiple kids and all that, good luck. But you still got to put it all
You
on
have
your
to.
back,
You
and you
have
got to
to,
do
man.
what you got
You
to
have
do.
to. That's
I mean,
right.
seriously, because
Yep.
you want her to be as stress free as possible. She's got a kid in there that she's trying to grow. Don't stress that woman out. Let her do her
You have
thing.
2 bathrooms, right?
Upstairs and down.
I only have one. I only had one at that time, so I
right.
was fine.
Right. Yep.
But no, I mean, to answer the question myself, like you said, obviously the understanding, right?
Oh, yeah.
And what you're understanding, and me being a first time dad, what I had to understand is, I mean, of course, I'm sure you can relate when you get the news that your wife's pregnant, like your world is turned upside down in that instance. Like you don't even know what's what at that point because you're entering territory you've never been in.
Yep.
Right.
So for me, what I had to realize, and it took me a few months, and luckily Ariel's pregnancy, the first 2 trimesters were easy for her, right?
Oh, you had a unicorn.
She,
My man.
her third quarter.
I see why you kept that box of cereal.
Her third quarter, it got a little tougher. So
Fourth quarter.
Third trimester.
Everything's
Third quarter.
Yeah,
I love it. I should have used that.
Everything's sports related in my mind.
Yeah, I hear you.
And then she had the touchdown, and then that was it.
Sorry, man. Go for it.
So her third quarter, right?
Yeah.
No, her third trimester, somewhere in there, the doctor told her she had gestational diabetes. You know, so which I mean, Google,
Yeah.
I found it quick. Which it just lasted through the pregnancy. She had heartburn.
Yeah.
So her third trimester was her trying one.
Okay.
And that was fortunate for me because along the way, what I had to learn and realize myself was, while I'm here feeling like my world was just turned upside down, well, hers was too. But on top of that, she's going through everything physical.
Right. Everything.
Yeah.
Like, so I'm just feeling like, okay, things are different now.
Yeah.
But I mean, she's looking down every day and, you know, sleeping and getting kicked all night and knowing, okay, things are really different. So
Dude, it took us 3 seconds, 4
I'm
seconds.
sure. And then he
are
had
we
a
talking
kid.
about the baby process?
10 seconds to make a kid.
Oh,
for
my
us,
man.
but it takes them like 9 months.
Just say a
2
minute.
seconds
Just
for
say
you.
a minute for the podcast. It took you about a minute.
That dude, a whole
But
few
it took
seconds.
9 months for them, and then after, too, and everything that they go through postpartum. So it's like, you know, as a guy, we have to realize that.
All right.
You know,
I mean, it's just like, I mean, exactly. You have to realize at this point, it's not about you anymore.
No,
I mean,
about you.
and it's not only about your wife, it's about your wife and your unborn kid.
Yep, exactly.
And the easier you make it on her, the easier the process will be. That, you know, hopefully the healthier your child will be. Just sit back and say, you know, it's not my time to shine. Let me do everything she needs. Let her.
It is your time to shine. Get up there and do everything.
Exactly.
It is your
And the
time to
opposite
shine.
way of looking at it.
Right,
Exactly. It is your time to, you know, go show that woman why she chose you and make it easy for her.
Yep, exactly. That's a good question, man. Thank you.
Yeah, that was a good
We
question.
appreciate it.
Was that
Appreciate it,
Marcus?
guys. Marcus from Houston, Texas.
Marcus,
Thank you for that question.
appreciate it,
Amazing
buddy.
Question,
Thank you.
brother.
We're
Well,
raising
thank you,
glasses.
guys.
Can I get a little myself?
Oh, yeah.
I think after last week you became the designated pour.
There we go. Dude, this whiskey right here, this Garage Oil American Badass Whiskey, it's smooth. I mean, we've gone through 2 bottles in the last 2 weeks.
Ron Stone, we're knocking.
Ron Stone.
We're running out over here, Ron.
Guys. If you guys want a bottle of this Garage Oil Badass Whiskey, check out reservebar.com. Reservebar.com. Garage Oil American Badass Whiskey. Type it in the search bar. Ships right to your house. Amazing price for an amazing whiskey. I'll tell you that.
Stuff.
This is good stuff. This is smooth, amazing, delicious whiskey. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for subscribing to us, watching us, you know, sharing our stories. Email us some questions. we get bombarded with questions. We have more questions for next week and the next week. Keep emailing us questions at questions@justusmen.net. Look at our YouTube comment section, description. You'll see our email there. Questions@justusmen.net. Email any question you guys want answered. We will answer it. We'll give our knowledge and wisdom. We're not perfect. We're not perfect fathers and husbands. We're just trying to be every single day with what we go through Monday through Friday, weekends, up and down, waking up to going to bed. We're just trying to be a good dad. And you know, you help us. We can help you guys as well with our wisdom and knowledge. Someone threw in a comment on, you know, my thing about bringing my daughter in at, you know, our bed at midnight. And actually, I listened to his comment and tried it the other night.
Did it work?
Dude, she slept till 5:30 in the morning, bro. And this is exactly what
There you go.
this channel is about. We help each other.
There you go.
We help each other. There's no judging on the show. There's no criticizing on the show. We'll just help each other. Be a better father, be a better husband, be a better boyfriend. Exactly what we're here for, man. Thank you guys so much for subscribing and watching us. Please subscribe, like to our video, tell your friends and family. We're trying to grow here. You guys will help us grow. We can't do it alone. I'm Jason, the man Pedro, Jonathan. We'll see you guys next week. Thank you so much.
Thank you.